And we are live. Hello. You may note. So, we are on the this is going to be the final street. And I've realized that the date is not when and the game thinks it is on my computer, rather it's when this is actually taking place. That's actually not that far from my brother's birthday. Oh well. A few days earlier and I could probably sell him to play this with that, but either way. This time I decided to eschew my normal form of hydration namely my water flask, in favor of a bottle of tropical punch prime. I'm aware that doing those supports the Paul brothers, but hey, it's not gonna be that much. So, let's see here. Do I want to switch out anything?
Major, we've got a serious problem. This operation has been getting more ridiculous every minute since the helicopters crashed. The men are dropping like flies. We've got no comms with HQ, and the situation just keeps getting worse. The evacuation choppers didn't show up again, and at this rate it won't be long before we lose control of the situation completely. We need to establish communications with HQ right now. Our communications expert believes that the signal is being jammed from somewhere close to us. He's working on getting the coordinates as we speak. I sent some of my men to check out a possible source of the interference, but they went missing, and their personal signals aren't registering. Major, one of your objectives is to establish communications with HQ. Given the situation we find ourselves in, this should be your priority from now on. Also, as a personal favor to me, please find my boys.
Okay. It feels odd there are so many rodents in this game. And looks like I'm gonna have to do this on my own.
Base, I found one of your men. It looks like he blew himself up with a grenade. There are no signs of a firefight or any other evidence of him being attacked.
Kowalski here. Roger that, Major. Hey, I got good news. We finally acquired the exact coordinates of the source of interference. The signal is coming from the kindergarten building.
Let's eat up and... No wonder I was overweight. That's not that far of a walk. Which... I think that was the AI from Shadow of Chernobyl, not call it Oh, not the ones that you've seen the other poltergeists use. hey. At least I'm not alone anymore. Kind of feel that it should have been more like a...
Is that really you? Well, I'll be. We were starting to think we'd never see our dock again. So what happened?
Well, it's a long story. I'll tell you another time.
Okay.
Nah,
Thanks for your help.
not a
By the
problem.
way, the Colonel wants you to pay him a visit.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Also, Gary headed for Yanov's station to restock. He asked me to tell you that he won't be back for a few days.
Gotcha.
So, tell me, where were you?
You're not going to believe me anyway, but in a fridge.
What fridge? Where did you find it?
Where did I find it? I'd like to see you find anything in my estate.
And what state would that be?
Not quite sure how to describe it.
Okay, either there's a basement I don't know about, or...
Well, I'm listening.
Feels odd that he's not in his normal room, but whatever.
I spoke to the HQ commander and reported the situation to him, along with all the information that's been collected. There won't be any helicopter support for a while. He suggested that we fortify our position and await further orders. USS observers are currently at the HQ, so you'll be able to talk to your superiors soon enough.
Okay, all we have to do is barricade the doors. That's...
Colonel, a radio signal has been detected, and its source is not far from the base. The transmission is encrypted, and I haven't been able to crack it yet.
Do you have the coordinates?
Yes, I have the coordinates, but the signal is intermittent, and it's moving.
Monolith again?
I have the hunch it's not Monolith this time. Agent's intuition. Which may or may not translate to Byra the Wiki.
What do you want?
I just wanted to see if you'd say anything, but since you're not, I'll leave you on your way then.
The signal is back. Transmitting coordinates. The signal is gone.
It's underground.
Major Kowalski here. You better get back here. We need to prepare for possible attack. Bastards won't catch us with our pants down this time.
Well, that was a fun exercise.
Don't shoot. I'm headed to the main entrance.
Who are you?
My name is Strelok.
Return of the King.
You're the stalker who disabled the Scorcher?
Yes, but my plan didn't work. I came here to speak with your commanders. I have information that will allow the army to take control of the zone and destroy it.
And the mission is starting.
Come, let's talk inside.
We've got a problem. Our choppers are crashing for reasons that we've not understood yet.
Until we work it out, there won't be any helicopter support. The only way to get to the borders of the zone is on foot.
The reasons are obvious. There are many anomalies in the air, especially in the center of the zone.
We had a map with the safe air corridor between anomalies, and the helicopters had emission protection systems.
That's odd. You're telling me you haven't noticed that anomalies move around after an emission. Some disappear, and new ones show up in different places, which makes your map of anomalies effectively useless.
So that's what it is.
What?
Emissions don't just follow one another. If you can scan the area and identify all the anomalies, the choppers will be able to collect us safely, provided they're dispatched right after an emission.
We must inform the HQ of this as soon as possible.
I'll contact my commanders right after the emission. Lieutenant, get him on the line as soon as you can.
Was kind of hoping there would be like a big firefight, but hey. If only I had more artifact container slots. Excuse me. Where do I? Yeah. Wano and Strider must have gone back with Gary, I guess. I know Zulu after them, so you know what. Soviet washing machines are weird.
did comms go down?
Because of the emission, it's impossible to establish comms during one.
Okay. Alright, listen up. Operation Fairway is being taken over by the USS. Is Major Degtyarev there?
Yes.
Okay. He's in command from now on. Tell him to stay put, to be contacted by his superiors shortly.
Roger.
Yep. Now, before you ask, Scar will not...
Do you read me?
Go up.
Major Degtyarev here. I read you.
Good. As of this moment, you are responsible for completing Operation Fairway. Kowalski and the Stingray Squad will assist you. Report.
I've managed to acquire documents about experiments carried out in the zone. Furthermore, we've been contacted by a stalker who's been in the CNPP. His name is Strelok, and he's offered us his cooperation.
Roger. Accept his offer. You know what caused our helicopters to crash?
Yes, I have the data, and Strelok's information confirms it. The helicopters were hit by anomalies after their locations changed during the emission. The anomaly map issued to the pilots turned out to be useless.
Good. That means we have until the next emission. We'll be collected together with the stalker from position B28. Stingray Squad will be evacuated with you. The birds are already in the air. Over and out.
You heard the news, fellas. When we go, stick together and keep the stalker alive. Any questions? Get ready to move. Major, can I have a word?
Nice. You know, if I had... Oh, I actually would be very tempted to end the series here, but... that would be too tempting. That would not be worth the joke alone. Let's see if I have anything that excessive that I can unload. Okay, we're... was hoping he'd give me Hydra Shock rounds. Yes. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Move out, squad.
I was more expecting Monolith members opposed to zombies. Like,
alert and follow orders. We're real close to the evacuation point. Let's move!
What the? Oh.
There's no time. Check your weapons and fire at will. Fire at will. Go! What was that?
Don't stop. Keep moving. Run!
Okay, run.
Major Degtyarev, we're taking heavy fire from an unidentified
Get ready,
enemy.
men.
We cannot hold out for long.
It's monolith fire. Fire at will and keep moving toward the choppers. Come on, boys. One last push.
To the choppers, go! Go! Go!
Major Degtyarev, we're ready to go.
Get in the shop. I hope it was worth it.
takes over. Man, that was actually true.
As a reward for successfully completing his investigation, Degtyarev was offered a promotion to colonel and the position of mission coordinator. He declined the opportunity to work at the HQ and submitted a personal request to be sent to the zone as the USS Permanent Observer. The information about the development of psi devices obtained by Degtyarev alerted USS commanders. All the information gathered on X-designated laboratories was removed from military archives and filed as top secret. All personnel working in the zone were ordered to prevent the disclosure of information about the laboratories at any cost. Several experimental samples were made on the basis of technical documents for Item 62. Following a set of test trials, it was decided not to go ahead with large-scale deployment of the weapon due to the high cost of ammunition. Nonetheless, it would be reasonable to assume that further development of the Gauss rifle is ongoing. Sultan and his gang left to Skadovsk to do their shady business elsewhere after their attempts to capture the ship failed. The ensuing feeling of relative safety among stalkers led to a massive increase in the number of artifacts sold to Beer, causing his business to boom, while the formerly quiet Skadovsk bar became as popular as the famous 100 Rods bar, despite being almost in the center of the zone. Following the destruction of the Bloodsucker Lair, it's unlikely that anything could significantly change the state of affairs on the Skadovsk. The old ship became a temporary center of stability in the ever-changing world that is the Zone. A fragile balance was reached between freedom and duty squads at Yanov Station. Tired of the endless struggle, fighters of both factions started leaving their squads and joining the Free Stalkers. The scientific expedition, organized by Professors Herman and Ozersky, was a success. The data they collected facilitated the development of groundbreaking medicine and technology, which prompted the Ministry of Education to allocate additional funding for researching the zone. Gary's stories about the Army's fate scared stalkers away from Pripyat. The few who dared to venture into the city ran into inexplicable phenomena, which added further dark strokes to an already gloomy picture of the dead city. The legend of the Oasis stopped being a legend. The identity of those who managed to find a way to the secret anomaly became an increasingly regular topic of conversation among stalkers. Despite this, the number of adventurers trying to find it remained high, something the bandits were quick to take advantage of, with constant offers to lead stalkers to the Oasis, which usually ended in muggings at a safe distance from stalker camps. Organized mercenary squads continue to be active in the zone. Their interest in the secret laboratories is becoming increasingly difficult for USS operatives to ignore. Attempts to establish the identity of the client who hired the mercenaries.
This was probably the one thing that would have changed if I had actually done that mission.
The area around Yanov Station continues to attract growing numbers of stalkers. The lack of dangerous mutants and abundance of anomalous areas have led to the area being referred to as a treasure trove, with increasing regularity. Zulu returned to Duty's main base at the Rostock plant. Nobody knows what he discussed with the leader of Duty, General Voronin, but several days later he was spotted at the head of a large squad on its way to the center of the zone. Vano headed off to the Freedom-controlled military warehouses, where his cheerful personality and optimism quickly earned him the popularity they merited. Ultimately,
Vanos
he took charge
survived.
of a small group
I was
of
right that he went
researchers
back with
involved in
Gary.
investigating anomalous areas. A new group appeared in the zone. They are well trained, but their objectives are not known. Rumors say they used to be monolith fighters. Their leader is known as Strider.
You know, there was kind
Senior
of this...
Lieutenant Sokolov continued to take part in flying missions over the zone. During one such recon flight over Limansk, his aircraft was shot down by mercenaries. 2 weeks later, he was picked up by a patrol near the cordon. Within a month of his rescue,
Good on
Sokolov
you.
had left the Air Force, joining a civil airline instead.
Or find it in a much more
Owl
peaceful...
established contacts with clients outside the zone. He trades in information, and if rumors are true, there are regular reports sent directly to the USS. A group of stalkers was forced to seek shelter on Noah's old barge during a particularly powerful emission. When the barge was attacked by a horde of snorks afterwards, stalkers were forced to concede that the barge was as good a defense against mutants as anything they'd seen. Even more astonishing was a litter of pseudo-dog puppies that Noah himself led into battle against the snorks. Having found out about his friend's fates, Cardin gave up dreams of a stalker career. Having overcome his alcoholism, he moved to Yanov, where he partnered up with Nitro to set up a full-service repair shop. Both technicians gladly devote all their spare time to building a vehicle that could operate in the zone. Strelok passed on the information he obtained on his trip to the Chernobyl NPP to the USS commanders. This prompted the government to create a scientific institute for research of the Chernobyl
The best ending for
anomalous area.
Strelok.
Strelok took up the position of chief scientific consultant to the institute. When Colonel Kowalski, commander of the Stingray Group, returned from the zone, he was forced to explain the reasons for the failure of Operation Fairway. Following a dragged-out investigation and the brass's failed attempt to make him the fall guy, the colonel was finally given an honorable discharge.
What a ride. As I was saying, a missed opportunity with Strider was... It would have been awesome if they had actually made it Scar instead of Strider. That way we could have all 3 protagonists in this game. Then again, they never state what happened to Scar after Earth Here Sky, so...
близких нам людей, праздник красных флагов, звонкий смех детей. Все исчезло, остались слезы среди камней. Растворяя осколки грез, мы вспомним друга былом. Тень ошибки.
I would sing along, but I don't know the lyrics. It's kind of a feel-good song. Huh. I think that edit interrupted the song in the credits. But yeah, this was a very fun trilogy. I started it because I figured, hey, it would be fun to do this in preparation and for Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. And I am so glad I was right. While there are aspects of these games that I would change, namely, I do wish they would release an updated version of Shadow of Chernobyl that includes all the features introduced in Clear Sky, like the upgrade system in particular. But by God, this is probably one of the best trilogies of FPS games I've played. You can bet your ass that I'll be playing in Stalker 2 when it comes out, assuming I'm still streaming by then. It's possible I decide this isn't for me in the long run, although I actually enjoy streaming even when there are no people. So there is no way that will happen. More likely, something else will force me to stop streaming. But for everyone who watched even a little of this series, or more likely who saw this on VOD, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for tuning in, not just for Call of Pripyat, but for Shadow of Chernobyl, and also for Clear Sky. Through the ups and downs, this was one hell of a ride. There is still one thing I have left to do on this stream. But I gotta exit the game first, and let's just say I'm gonna do a bit of a tease. I'm gonna play a bit of a tease as to what that will be on tomorrow's stream. Or rather, the whole next week's stream. I'm not gonna say anything more, but you'll just have to wait, like, less than 24 hours at this point. A very little under. But once again, thank you for tuning in. I'm Andreas Rebel. I will see you next assignment with a far more upbeat series of games. Tomorrow. Later.